Good morning, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. Today is Wednesday. I have to think about this. It is the 6th of August. Let's just double check that. It just looks, yes. Oh, it's the 6th of August. And the moon is in Capricorn. The moon actually today makes an opposition to Venus in excuse me, in Cancer, and also Jupiter in Cancer. Oppositions bring awareness, and the Capricorn moon is pragmatic. Venus in Cancer, very sensitive, very emotional, as is Jupiter, the expansion of those of our sensitivities. And I feel like it's a good aspect, because we're getting a perspective on not only how we're feeling, and how the things that are important to us are being reflected back to us, but also how many people are feeling. Many people. Jupiter is expansive. It's not just, it's not just one country. It's the whole world. And of course, after the announcement of Netanyahu, who said that he was going to, I'm trying to remember his exact words, something's Gaza. It's kind of take over, or, well, he's, anyway, I can't remember the exact words, but he's one evil guy. And I also heard, I saw a video where they asked him about using starvation, as a weapon, and he's like, they're not starving. And then they showed one of the Israeli hostages that's still alive. He's all skin and bones. They're like, they're starving him on purpose. They're all starving. They're all starving. I'm sure they gave him as much food as they could afford to give him. But just utter utter delusion, and the suffering of people who need and suffer continues. So, but we're in a time, like, the whole world is seeing it now, right? The whole world. There was a what do you call that? A protest at Trump Tower. No more genocide, and it was being held by Jews and Arabs in what's the word I'm looking for? Cooperation with each other to stop what's going on in Gaza. It's beyond me that it's even continuing, honestly, but I don't make the rules, unfortunately. And, I'm no genius, and I'm no great statesperson, but I'm sure I would make better decisions than this BS. Okay, so enough of that. That is reality. That's reality that we have to face. And with Capricorn moon, you're going to face that reality. People are going to see things. Capricorn moons don't sugarcoat things. They look at things from a Saturnian perspective, and I think it's valuable. And I hope beyond hope that it actually turns the corner on that stuff. We'll see. Here in the U.S. we have, well, of course, that's part of our issue too. But today, Mars slips into Libra. Libra is a cardinal sign. The cardinal signs, the first degree of the cardinal signs, are all considered world points. Mars is an activator. Libra is peace. So that is optimistic. After such an unoptimistic start to this morning astrology. But it is, we know Mars is activating that kite. I showed you that, actually showed you the kite yesterday or the day before when I actually showed you the charts. And today it makes its entry into Libra, and it will be opposing first Saturn and then Neptune, activating the kite with the transpersonal planets. And so this is a time with Saturn and Neptune in the first degrees of Aries, perhaps the most powerful point in the whole zodiac. We're coming to a what is that called? Damn, I gotta drink more coffee. We're coming to a point where it's like face to face, like a balancing point. And the next action to be taken, the next thing that happens, can sort of switch the theme on everything, almost like the Wheel of Fortune spinning. So even though things look bleak, it doesn't necessarily mean that things are going to stay bleak. In fact, things are not going to stay the same, and things are going to change. And if we want to put input into it, then we need to, the best possible scenario with Mars in Libra is to take actions towards peace and balance in a very imbalanced way. However, with the transpersonal planets in this sort of mini grand trine with two sextiles, that's part of this kite, things can change quickly and profoundly, faster than we ever imagined it to. And we certainly saw that because if you take Mars out of the picture and you just have that little triangle of transpersonal planets with Saturn, we saw what happened in July when things seemed like nothing was going to stop Trump, and all of a sudden on the 7/7 portal, things, a reaction to an action taken a few days before, really flipped his whole thing on its head with the Epstein stuff. So it's Cape where he's lost a lot of power because of that. We'll see what happens. It's interesting that Netanyahu is a Libra himself, Sun and Moon in Libra. So this Mars in Libra could really spell the end for him, but we'll see what that means. All right, guys, hopefully not too depressing. Things are going to change, and what we can do is we can focus on the world we want to see and take actions to go in that direction. And so it's almost like neuroplasticity. You keep seeing it, you keep imagining it, you keep taking actions, assuming that that's what it's going to be, and it actually creates pathways to get there. All right, so one thing I want to say, Mystic Sisters will be on Saturday on Ona's channel, but we're going to be doing it an hour later. So instead of 7 Eastern, it's going to start 6 Eastern, and that would be 7 Central. I'm doing that numerology class with Susan Lynn. If you want to join us, $44, 2-hour class. We're going to talk about the major numbers, and the major numbers within your own name and birthday, and we'll also talk about the energy of all the numbers 1 through 9. That'll help you to discern your own numbers. If you want to join that class, you have to go to SusanLynnMedium.com on her website, and it's under upcoming events, and you can join us that way. And be happy for you to join us if you like. So have yourself a great day. Mystic Sisters again starting at 8 on Saturday, and we're going to be doing a moonshine episode today, Ona and I. That's going to be on this full moon, very powerful full moon, and that will also be on her channel, so you can keep your eyes peeled for that. All right, guys, have yourself a great day. Much love. Namaste.